Alright guys, welcome. My name is 2WheelManiac, and this is going to be a helmet setup, camera, audio setup for when I do my moto vlogs. Excuse the camera's a little shaky, the tripod's not perfectly stable, so let's fix that before we get into it. Alright YouTube, so first, the star of the show is going to be the helmet here. This is the Laser Kestrel Hi-Viz helmet. I did a lot of research before buying this helmet, and let me go over some of what I discovered and why I chose this helmet. One, I wanted a really high quality helmet. It's DOT and ECE rated. I wanted something in Hi-Viz. I wanted something with a pin lock visor because, as you guys know, I do year-round riding. And I really was looking for something with an internal sun visor. Now this doesn't have that, and I'll get more into that in a second. I've had this helmet for a while. I had a Scorpion EXO 1100 with the internal sun visor, the only Snell rated helmet to have an internal sun visor. Loved that helmet. High-sided. I did land on my head. There were some scratch marks on the helmet, and as much as I loved that helmet and I only had it for a few months, I didn't want to entrust my life to a helmet that had seen an impact. But let's talk about the helmet. We've got some pretty good ventilation. We've got two intakes and the chin vent here. They're dual direction. And on the back side we have two exhaust. It's a pretty solid. I wish it moved a little bit more air, but being that I am an all-season rider, it moves just enough. Down here we have a microfiber interior with some Hi-Viz reflective coating. We have the windshield, chin vent, I guess I should say, and all of the liners are removable, and they're wicking and antimicrobial. So you take them out when you need to and wash them. We've got your double D titanium clips, and then you do get the snap. I do wish this was magnetic, so I wouldn't be flopping around so much, but this was a $250 helmet. One of the things I love about this helmet, though, is the shield. One, you get some really nice adjustability. I do wish there was a vent mode like my Scorpion had. I just flipped the little switch down here and it lifted it up just a crack to get some airflow without opening it up enough to let the air in. But what I like here is this 360-degree clip. Most shields clip in on the top and just the bottom. This clips full 360. Now what I like about this, and don't try this at home, you can bounce your helmet and it's not going to fall out. Anthony from Revzilla TV does that, and when I saw that I was like, okay, you sold me. Snaps in nice and easy. But the other thing I like about this helmet, this lens is a transition lens, just like transitional glasses. So at nighttime, it's nice and clear. When the sun is up and it's out, it gets to a nice 40% smoke. Not super dark. I wish it was this hair darker, but enough that I don't need to worry about carrying around another shade. And if I get stuck somewhere and the sun sets and I have my smoked visor, I'm not screwed for riding at night with a smoked visor. Now, how do I do my audio and camera setup? Well, I did a couple different things. One, I did the dual lock setup that Everride uses, and I'm Italian, so I talk a lot with my hands, and one time I actually clipped it and I hit the camera and the camera went flying and it tumbled, but thankfully it was in its protective case. But that happened, so my protective case is all jacked up. Now, I have, as you can see, a setup here, which is what I'm going to be using for when I do my sport bike rides. This is not the one that I used, but we slide these in, and then I point this to where I want it, and then tighten it up. It's just a standard GoPro, but the mounts that I had didn't have the rotation in this direction. I guess it would be a roll direction. So I got another set of mounts These are Vivitar mounts. These are awesome. They're universal. As you can see, they're GoPro or the standard 1/4 inch tripod mounts. So these are awesome. I got these. These are on sale at Staples for 20 bucks, and you get the entire helmet kit. So you get a helmet strap for like a bicycle helmet. You get a flat mount and a curved mount. Clearly I have bought two because I got the curved mounts here and here. They have this rubber latching system. You just slide it to where you want it to go, and boom, it's nice and secure. You got the pinch. It slides right out. The one I've been using for most of my videos, though, is this one here on the side. And I like this because if I want to do more of a traditional, if I want to get it close and I turn the steady shot off, I can get it. You can see the helmet. You can't really see the laser logo, but that's okay. You can see the helmet. If I turn steady shot on and I leave it like this, the helmet will move around a lot, but the objects in the distance will be nice and steady. And that kind of gives you a really weird sensation. So all I do is simply rotate it down, rotate it up, then tighten them in place. And at 120 degrees, you might get a little bit of clip here, but not enough to really give you much of a distraction. For audio, I use the Audio Technica 3350L. Now this is a omnidirectional lapel mic. It is battery powered. It takes the 303/357 watch battery. And there is an on-off switch. There are many times where I've left this on by accident, and one time I came back and it was dead, but that's why I bought quite a few. I have this dual locked onto the back. It's nice and strong except for when I'm doing a video and leaning it up, but I can pull it off if I need to. The only problem with the Audio Technica 3350 is you get a lot of cable. There's about 20 feet of cable to about 10 feet to this guy. So this is the plug with the smartphone adapter. I plug this into my smartphone and I put it in my jacket pocket and I record. I sync the audio by clapping. Then the microphone comes through here. This isn't the long side. There's only about 6 feet of cable from this guy to the microphone here. I've got it routed through, wrapping up around here, coming in, and then coming out through here to here. Now I had some clipping issues, and I think part of that was, actually most of that was the phone that I was using to record just didn't handle the audio well. I switched to my Droid Max and problem solved. I did create this little windsock out of a microfiber cloth, and it seems to do well, and it seems to cut down on some of that breathing noise, unless I'm really out of breath and I'm like, then you'll hear that, which usually only happens for the first 30 seconds of the ride if I have to turn around and I have to walk back the KLR, because that's a heavy bike and you're on your tippy toes, so it's kind of a pain. But I'm getting it more in shape, so we should have less heavy breathing issues. On the other side, I've got it tucked in. I do feel it a little bit when I take the helmet off. It kind of digs into my cheek a little bit, but I'm hoping that the more I wear it, the more it will kind of settle and problem will be solved. I'm sure I could splice a shorter wire in there, but I don't really feel like doing that. But we'll cross that bridge when I get there. So, Laser Kestrel Hi-Viz helmet, Sony Action Cam AS100V, check out the review in a previous video, and Audio Technica 3350L. I think it gives pretty solid results, gives some pretty good audio, and pretty good video. Be sure to check the description below where you can find all of these products that I use on Amazon with special links that kind of give me a little bit of credit. If you want to buy other things on Amazon, I've got a main Amazon link. Please use that to do all of your shopping. It will really help me out, really help grow this channel. I'm thinking about doing some fan funding to grow this channel. More on that later as I do some research. I know I'm a small channel and I don't have a whole lot of subscribers, but I'm very young. So depending on what you guys want will really shape how this channel works. I'm tossing around a whole bunch of different ideas. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to start asking you guys some questions to really shape how this channel is going to progress. So, thanks for watching my review of my helmet setup for my moto vlogs. Be sure to check back, subscribe for more awesome videos, and please click that like button if you enjoyed, and let me know what you would like to see different. Give me some feedback on my setup. Till next time, guys, this is your pal 2WheelManiac. I'll catch you later.